So, do you guys have any regrets from your past relationships? Macy.
I don't. I really don't. I think everything that him and I went through brought me to where I am now. And I think it taught me a lot about me as a person, actually, and then who I am, like, individual and with a partner. And although we're not together, like, I still wish him the best. Like, I hope he, is happy, just like I'd hope the same with me.
And he enjoys his new case of blue balls?
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't regret anything.
It was very satisfying to give him blue balls, wasn't it?
It really was. It really was.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Yeah. No comment.
Estefania, any relationship regrets?
So in my life, I don't have any regrets. But when it comes to a relationship, definitely I regret it. I should have never been in that relationship in the first place. It was my mistake because I rushed into it and I thought maybe he liked me and it didn't go well. I was treated bad.
You fell in love with the fantasy of who you thought he was.
Correct. I did. And it sucked. I spent so much
like
money, time for this person and it's just like I didn't get it back. And it sucked because I wanted that attention. I wanted to get spoiled. I never been on a first date where like a man will pick you up in your car, say, "Hey, I have a reservation. Let's go to this restaurant." He never drove, and on top of that, he always waited for me to make the reservations. She was like, "It's like."
So you had to be the man in the relationship as
exactly.
well. Exactly.
So I mentally broke up with him in March of last year, and we broke up officially in May. But in March, when I mentally broke myself from him, I realized that he wasn't the person for me. Like I deserved so much better. But why did I stay? Well, because I thought being mature, we can break up in person. But he decided to do that through text. That was him. But I definitely regret it. I should have never been in. And when I mentally broke myself from that relationship, I said to myself, I never been in a relationship. I don't even call him as my ex or anything because that's not a relationship to me. If you want me, you're going to treat me well. You're going to be the man of the relationship, and I'm going to be the woman of the relationship. But me driving, me making reservations, that's not it. That's not fun at all. And then on top of that...
Because it's not natural. Because you're basically being the man.
But
exactly.
Did you voice those concerns?
I did so many times. And he's like, I try my best. I try my best. And when I told him, I feel like you're not, like you don't value me, he got so upset with me. And I always said communication is key, and I put down bullets of the things that he has done that was not correct. So like it was just not working. And like you said, it was like a fantasy of him, and I thought he would be great. And
yeah,
I
we all
missed a
tend
lot.
to project our fantasy, and because we make our decisions based on emotions, and then we use logic and reason to justify our decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the fantasy is like you're just hurting yourself.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that was the hard part where...
Yeah, you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Pocahontas?
You were basically dating yourself.
I was. And I wasted my time. I could have put that time and effort in someone else, or maybe, had my little hoe phase, or maybe met someone else. Because I was in Miami phase? And I was still in a relationship. And my friends were like,
ho, ho, ho.
What's wrong with you, SD? And I'm like, you damn right. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I mean, I know there's like something obviously is wrong with me. But at the moment, I didn't know. But it's okay. I'm moving on. I'm great. I would definitely love to have a relationship. My first real relationship, because I've never been in one. Just saying. Mm-hmm. No arguments there, right? But
you want quality.
Exactly.
It was
quality.
Long distance.
It was on top of that. It was long distance.
Oh,
but when we started,
juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Exactly. But see, the thing is, when we started, I was in school. I was in RA. We were together for a couple of months, and then COVID happened. We tried our best, but I noticed things. He wouldn't make the effort to see me. Like I would make the effort, like, I want to come see you, and he's also a mama's boy. Everything was mama. Mm-hmm. I have to ask my mommy. I have to ask my mom. I have to ask my mom. I'm like, damn, you're 22, or wait, you're 21, and you still got to ask mom? Last time I checked.
Caroline had a guy like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Not the mommy part, though.
Not the mommy part?
No.
Oh no, I didn't like that. Because when it came to me, I wouldn't say I would ask my mom. I would just do it. At that point, I had independence. My mom allowed me to do things because I got my shit together. Like when it came to school, work, so she let me do what I wanted to do. I would just say, "Hey, I had to go." That's it. And it looked like every time he had to say that, like it was an excuse. Oh, my mom, like she doesn't want you over because the house is a mess. Blah blah blah. It was a mess, but did I care? No. I just wanted to spend time with you. That was the only thing. But it's cool. That's the only regret I have of my past relationship. Like I said, never been in a relationship. Situation. There you go. That's it. And I recommend it to any female woman out there. If you're not comfortable and you're putting all the work, that's 90%.
Girlfriend.
When you're supposed to be 50-50, go
Girlfriend.
find someone else. And it's hard because you think that person loves you, but he doesn't. You just gotta like be strong and just move away.
How long were you guys seeing each other?
It was a year and a half. I would say a year because I mentally broke up with him in March, so I did not have any. Like I was doing my little
thing. The lights were on, but nobody was home.
Yeah. From March to May, I'm not gonna say I didn't do anything wrong. I still was loyal, but obviously I had friends, guy friends. I've seen athletes. So
when did it hit that peak in the relationship? Because a year and a half is a long time to be putting up with that.
The peak it hit in December. We definitely had a rough patch.
Like how many months in?
That was December. That was a year in December.
Oh.
December was a year. And my friends were telling me, Esty, you need to get out of there. And they were telling me it every time, but they knew it was difficult for me. And I said to them, look, I'm going to try to, but I want to mentally break up with it so I can have like, I don't have that post-breakup after the breakup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because from March to May, girl, I detoxed. I lost weight. I look good.
You do.
And after May, never went back to him. He's literally talking to himself in my message, and he's trying to like text me on Snapchat, and I don't answer at all. Because like I said, I prepared myself.
She's as cold as ice.
Yeah.
Cold, that's it. I don't care.
That actually hits home to me as well because I've basically been in the relationship that you were in. I was literally the same. Only some minor differences. I've been with the guy 2.5 years. I've mentally broke up with him. I'd say a little before I actually broke up with him. But I would also say if you're even questioning whether or not the relationship is good, you're just questioning the person, give yourself the time to really think it through. And if you know for sure it's not going to work out, do something about it. But in my case, I did care for him a lot. I did truly love him. He was also my first relationship as well.
You're talking about the guy right before your current boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe thrown a grenade or two in there.
Yeah, his family...
You upgraded.
His family has been really good to me, and I appreciate that. I really did care for him. However, there was some stuff that I personally feel that he needed to work on. One of the biggest things that I did not realize until I broke up with him, all my friends, all my family members had nothing but negative things to say about him, and they're not saying it in a sense of like talking crap about him. Rather, nobody told me how they truly felt about him until I broke up with him because they were afraid I was going to take it offensively. And I honestly could have actually lost some friends, as a matter of fact, too. Because it got to the point where I would spend so much time with him that it's like my friends have told me they felt that I've forgotten about them when really that wasn't the case. I've had little things happen, like say, for example, when I decide one day to spend some time with my friends, I would tell them, hey, do you want to come with? It was always some kind of excuse. And then when I'm with my friends, he ends up calling me and texting me. And there had been times that he would get upset
Is
because...
he still texting you?
No.
He's because he's with somebody else now, right?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he hates my guts now. Probably wants nothing
to blow him up.
I mean, I was the one that broke things off with him. Now, again, I did truly care about him. I loved him, but I knew that the relationship wasn't going anywhere. We've been
After
together.
a few struggle sessions,
Yeah.
which we captured on video.
Wait. Yeah.
All for the better.
2.5 years. I am not someone who likes to push a lot for things. I'm actually very lenient when it comes to stuff, but I'm also really big on progression. Besides honesty and communication and trust in a relationship, I'm really big on progression. You can come from a really terrible household, you can come from a really good household, but as long as you have the perseverance and the determination to better your life, I don't care what your background is. I really don't care. But I'm that type of girlfriend that I always like to be there for my significant other. But I don't want it to be to the point where like it drains me, like whether it be financially, mentally, emotionally. Because I too would like that from my partner as well. The same treatment you've been giving your ex, Estefania, I wanted that too. I'm not saying anything bad about him in that sense, but that was actually another big reason as to why I broke things off, because I felt like some of my needs were not satisfied. So,
And you're definitely put in a difficult situation because, your needs should be met. And my question to you is, when you say you were mentally broke up with him, how did you feel during that phase? Like, what did you do to like help you mentally break up with him?
I just gave myself time. I kind of took it easy. I was questioning it. I thought it was a kind of a phase kind of thing, but I realized something was up, and I'm like, you know what? Let me give myself some time. Eventually, I had, I guess, signs from the universe, as I like to say, kind of give me that answer. I know that sounds pretty vague. I just don't know how else to explain it. But I'm really big on asking the universe and God. I use those two terms interchangeably. And whatever comes in front of me, whatever presents itself in front of me, I take it as an answer and I do what I can with that answer. But for me at that time, I just took it easy. Whatever signs the universe gave me to kind of figure things out for myself, I did that too. But like you said, I think it's also good to mentally break up with that person before you actually break up with them, because it will get harder if you don't do it in that sense. But I took my time with it and I thought it through.
As you should.
Yeah, you have to outweigh the pros and the cons sometimes. Obviously, if the cons outweigh the pros, that's when right then and there you have to do something about it. It's scary, but that pain is only temporary. Right, a few weeks, few months, depending on how long it takes for you to get over what just happened. All that weight you had on your back this whole time is all going to be like taken off of your back. And it's actually, that temporary pain will be worth it.
You upgraded now.
Yeah.
You have a guy that actually follows through.
Yeah.
After your struggle sessions and the napalm.
Yeah.
The flamethrower.
Yep. I'm actually really glad I had the other day a talk with him over like stuff that I felt personally, and I just, based on his answers and whatnot, it's made me feel a little better. His reassurance has helped me out quite a lot. I mean, I'm not saying like to rely on a lot of reassurance, but the fact that I could tell he genuinely was honest about what he was saying for me makes me feel all the better.
Good. I like to see you happy.
Wow.
He's aware I haven't had the best past when it came to a relationship, so he understood. He even told me, you have nothing to worry about. I don't get why you're worrying about it. With me, it'll only get better. He literally told me that, and
Damn.
yeah.
That's a man right there.
You gonna bring him by?
Who knows? We'll find out.
Do you have any regrets from your past relationships?
No, I have no regrets, even though some of them were very toxic, very manipulating, hurtful. I don't regret them at all, because it, like Macy said, it turned me into the person I am today. And if I never learned from that, I don't think I would have ever matured.
Pain is life's change agent. That's what forces you to go into a new direction and look at things differently.
Exactly. And I like learning. I like experiencing, because now I know what I don't and I do like, and what I do and don't deserve. My standards are so crazy that I don't put up with anything. Obviously, I still have a lot more to experience with relationships, but Regrets? No, I don't regret anything.
Yeah, I don't have regrets either. Things happen for a reason. Life, we didn't come into this world knowing everything. So it's all learning experience. I don't have regrets either.
Life happens for you, not to you.
It's, what do I say? I'm a big believer in God. God has a plan. It might seem like the worst time at that moment, but trust me, like, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Oh no, that
You didn't-
relationship
you
should
didn't
never
deserve
happen.
that.
I did not deserve that.
You didn't
But-
deserve that, but look who you are today.
But did you
Well,
learn
you know
from
what
it?
doesn't work, and what does it when things are not just like her. Just like Jocelyne. She deep down knew all along that it was kind of fucked, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it took a lot of people around her that cared about her pointing that shit out
Yeah.
over and over,
Yeah.
pointing out the obvious.
Yeah.
It matured
And-
you so much, and you're so much stronger now because of it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
upgraded.
yeah.
Now you're getting everything that you were lacking before.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that Gracie said that I thought was pretty wise for a 19-year-old to say is that you learn what you want from the people that don't give you what you want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, my question to you, Estefania, did you learn?
I mean, I learned that it's not even learn. It's just I should have known better. I've seen how my dad treats my mom. I've seen that, and I always wanted that. So it's like I feel like when I rushed into it, it didn't work out because of that. I rushed into it, and I just felt like I forced things when it shouldn't happen. Because I thought, like I said, it was just, oh, it was nice. Someone likes me, and maybe we could be together and have that whole relationship. It was my first relationship. It meant a lot. But I learned the fact that I know my worth for sure. But before in New York, I was definitely on my game. I was independent. I was an RA. I was working different jobs. He was not working at the time. Like, I had my shit together. And, like, coming here to Miami when I went to school, like, my parents and my mom and my friends said, Esty, like, we know how you are. Like, you can have fun and do what you want to do. Like, break up with him. And I didn't listen. And it sucked because my life in Miami has been so fun. These past few months being single, and I'm not saying me doing, like, the whole face. Like, I was able to do things that I know I'm capable of doing, just like I did in New York. I was on a roll in New York, and I brought that to Miami, and that's what I wanted, that fire in me. And I'm happy, of course, the person I am, but it's happened because it started in New York, because of how I treated myself first and before the relationship either.
Mhm.
So